Hey everybody, this is Nick from MitigateStress.com. I've been having a lot of people come to me for shoulder pain, shoulder injuries, and I really haven't been able to help them as much lately because they're all over the place and I just can't go to everybody, right? So I want to do a video for you guys, and obviously you're going to want to follow up with some corrective exercises after this. I'm not going to show this in this video because I just want to keep this very simple because most people are overloaded with too much information already. So we're just going to use guasa first to prep the area to get some blood flow in there. You can see I already did a little bit there. You're going to need oil. You're going to need a guasa blade or guasa stone, jade stone, bullhorn, back of a butter knife can work. You can get creative with this, but it's better to buy like a professional tool like this from Amazon. This is called the Edge tool, I believe. And they're just very, very effective because it really allows us to hit a lot of areas fast and really push a lot of blood into the area. And it provides a lot of relief. So we're gonna use guasa first, but again, prep the area with a lot of oil. We're gonna start with the upper pec. And so our guasa is more of a general myofascial release therapy technique, right? It's gonna allow us to hit more area, more surface area quicker. And that's gonna, again, provide a lot of blood flow. And I'm just going from the sternum alongside, the collarbone, right? See that collarbone? Right into that pec minor. So I like to do this, get a little bit of a stretch, and really go deep. Use a lot of oil so you're not really tearing the skin. Definitely wanna avoid that. And this is patini, these kind of like, looks like bruising. That will go away within 24 hours, 72 hours, depends how bad it is. Eventually, the more you do this, that will not come back. That won't be this drastic every time, but I just haven't done this in months. It's been months since I've done guasa. So this is the first thing you're gonna start with is guasa, 5 to 10 minutes each pec. And we're gonna start with the upper pec. Again, 100 to 200 strokes right along that collarbone. This is the clavicular head of the pec. All right, so let's say we did that for 100, 200 strokes, go deep, use a lot of oil, and then we're gonna go to the mid pec, pec major, right? 100 to 200 strokes, same thing. And then we're gonna go to the lower pec. Like to get a little bit of a stretch. That's a bruise from wrestling, that's not from guasa. Yeah, it's bad. So now I like to go along this band here and kind of hit that front delta a little bit, kind of slide into there as well, and just play with this. You can even go down, that works, but just get this band. Put a lot of blood into that band right there, that pec major all the way up to that pec minor, and go across that shoulder as well, like that. And just work this area hard, right? Go hard. So we do the guasa first, right? We have to warm this up, and I've learned this from a very professional massage therapist. She really knows what she's talking about, and she always says, before you go deep tissue anything, you have to prep the area, right? You have to get some blood in there, you have to warm it up, or else the muscle's gonna cramp, it's gonna kind of seize up, it's not gonna be relaxed. And that's the same thing with correctives. This is why we like to do guasa first, do your deep tissue after, and then you do your correctives after. And this is more specific towards if you have like a serious injury or something that's just not healing up, it's nagging, it's repetitive, it's just kind of like a minor injury. If it's chronic, but it's not that bad, you still want to address it before it gets any worse, right? This is the problem with a lot of athletes, a lot of people in general, they don't take recovery seriously. And this is a huge form of recovery that is very underutilized. All right, so now I'm doing my front delt, and same thing, 100 to 200 strokes. So I use this a lot for boxing, obviously. So the front delt, for you fighters out there, this front delt needs a lot of attention. See that? See how red that's getting? This is how you do it. You can go along the side delt, medial delt, again, the bicep, relax everything. But get this area here. All this is gnarly. Oh my gosh. And then you can also hit your abs, of course, all that. But pecs, upper pec, and then we want to get the sternocleidomastoid as well, which is this muscle right here. So I like to go down, encourage drainage from the head, because this is really the only path that your brain has to be fed and to poop. Your brain eats and poops, right? So it needs drainage and circulation. All right, you can do that. You can do the side of the neck. Obviously you can do the trap near the collarbone, back of the neck, do the trap all the way into the AC joint right here. All right, so I'm gonna do my other pec now, give that some love. Oil it up, same thing. A little bit of a longer video, but the whole idea is you just follow along, right? I'll probably edit this anyways. So right along the collarbone, too much oil, whoops. I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder here, oiling up. So sternum, collarbone, right into that pec minor. Whew, this one's worse, I didn't expect that. Oh, red, that's good though. Lots of oils, guys. Use a lot of oil. It's like painful, but it's relaxing at the same time. Middle pec, 100 to 200 strokes. Get a nice little stretch going. All right. Lower pec, right. That band right there, pec major leading into that pec minor. And then definitely hit that front delt, biceps, brax. You can hit the triceps, the forearms, all of it. That's the beautiful thing about Guasa. It really just makes a big difference. It allows you to hit a lot of surface area again. And that's when we come in with the trigger points. We're gonna be more specific. Finish off with your sternocleidomastoid, your scalenes right on the side here, and then your trapezius, your upper trapezius right there. Of course, you can hit the backside. You can hit the, I'm forgetting the names, the shoulder, between the shoulder blades, the rectors. Oh my gosh, I don't know my anatomy anymore. Anyways, the whole back area, we'll get to that some other time. Let's spend more time on the front side though. I think the back side is usually weaker for most people and the front side is usually way too overused. So I like to spend a lot more time on releasing the front side. It's very, very dehydrated. Okay, so now we're gonna go trigger point. Before we use the barbell, I'm gonna use this for my pec minor, my traps, and maybe some other parts, we'll see. So pec minor, we're gonna go right in here, right? So I like to get some leverage. Oh my gosh. So I like to go up and down and like in. You can do that. And I like to breathe into it. So watch this. Oh gosh, go a little bit down right there. Turn the neck. Play with the shoulder. Oh my gosh, this is really good. You can go along the clavicle as well, the collarbone. So, right there. Just explore. You're gonna find, you're gonna scan, you're gonna search, you're gonna explore for those deep, dull, achy, tender, hot spots. Nothing too sharp, just very, very deep. And you'll be surprised. I've had practitioners work on me before, and it's like their whole thumb is in my pec. So you'll be surprised how deep this fascia goes here. And there's a reason why it influences the entire body so drastically. So the more malleable you can make this tissue, the more hydrated you'll be. The more blood flow, the more circulation, the more drainage, the more healing, the less chance for injury. And I love the Theracane, but the barbell is definitely superior. But this is very good for this area right here. I think this is the best tool to use for the pec minor and the upper pec. Again, the clavicular head as well as the sternocleidomastoid. Just don't choke yourself. I like to get a little bit of a tension going, pull the tension, pull some slack out of the muscle, and you can gently work up here, there. Just don't choke yourself, don't cut off your circulation. This is the muscle hook. It's not the Theracane. Okay, so now let's hit the trap. Hit the trap right there. You can play with this. Again, it doesn't have to be exactly there. We do want to be fairly specific, but you are going to explore within those specifications, right? The lat is also very, very influential to shoulder pain. So don't forget that, but that's for another day. We can obviously do the whole body, whole upper body. Now let's go hit the barbell. All right, everybody, so we just did our Guasa therapy. I prepped the area. We put a lot of blood into the shoulders, the front delts, the upper pecs, the pec minor, the pec major, all of it, right? You just saw me do that. Next, we're gonna do some specific deep tissue trigger point therapy release with either our barbell, Smith machine works, or my favorite, honestly, is the kettlebell. And so all you gotta do is pretty much just lay down. You're gonna do 5 to 10 minutes each side, and we're gonna pretty much place it right on this band here. And so I just lay down, and I like the kettlebell because it's at a nice height where I can just literally just sink into it. I'm in kind of like a plank. I'm not arching my back like that. I got a nice plank. I'm supporting myself with all 4 points of contact with my hands, my feet, my knees. And I'm just letting my weight just sink myself into that kettlebell, all on that pec. We're gonna breathe 5 to 10 minutes each side. Now what we can do is we can also raise, oh my gosh. If you're brave enough, if you're ready, be careful. Disclaimer, go at your own pace. Don't go too intense. Raise up, raise back,
Raise up, raise back, go around the world, and just work it. We're gonna play with our trigger points. I like to play a lot, explore different angles. And again, 5 to 10 minutes each side. That is gnarly. Do both sides. That's pretty much it, guys. Again, it's best to follow up with some corrective exercises after this, because it's not just the hardware. You don't want to just rehydrate it. You want to also reprogram the software, right? All right, I'll see you next video. Peace.